everybody, welcome to Footy Adventures. I am buzzing for this one today. I am in one of my favourite cities in the world, Amsterdam, for the Ajax Stadium tour. It used to be called the Amsterdam ArenA, but since the sad passing away of Dutch football legend Johan Cruyff, it has been called that ever since, the Johan Cruyff Arena. I'm just walking up the Arena Boulevard, so I guess a little bit like Wembley Way in England, the famous kind of walkway that you would come down on match day from the station. And today for this tour, I'm meeting up with my good friend who is from Amsterdam and supports Ajax, Rick. He is a member, so was able to get us discounted tickets. A little tip for you, if you are coming to do the tour, try and get a friend in Amsterdam who is a member of Ajax, and you will get a discount on your tickets. I'm almost at the stadium now, so let me take you in there with me.
The tour starts in reception and you'll just need to get your tickets validated if you bought them online, otherwise you can buy them there. And the first stop on the tour is the away team dressing room, where they have a load of shirts from legendary players who have played in the stadium before. The likes of Totti, Aguero, Rooney, all featuring. Before you make your way through, there are so many Ajax graphics all over the walls, and this is now the tunnel where quite early on in this tour you will make your way onto the pitch. Some of the graphics here from Europa League and Eredivisie games. What an amazing view when you come out here. You can really sense the size of it, and when I was there the roof was on, making it look even more spectacular and unique. But look at that, what a stadium. The red seats, Ajax painted into the side. The 3 X's are on the coat of arms of Amsterdam, a huge symbol of the city. You just think of all the players that have walked through here and sat on these very benches. It really is an absolutely amazing stadium. And the seats that are closest to the pitch are hospitality seats used for companies. Some of the former badges that Ajax used to wear. Now the exciting part, into the home team dressing room, seeing all the shirts of all the current players. And where the shirts are, fans can come in and leave a message to their favourite player or even their least favourite player, but they can write a little something down, and I guess the players will come in and see it. I don't know if they move it at the tour, but I think they just keep it there for the players to see. If you're enjoying this video, please leave it a like and a comment below. It really helps me, really helps the channel in the algorithm. Anyway, back to the video. Come on, Ajax. Ziyech, Tadic, Neres, Blind, Babel, Van de Beek, Huntelaar, all these great players that they currently have. They have such a strong squad. Even though they sold some of their better players this year and last year, they still have such an amazing squad here. Into the press room, they have loads of pictures from their past. Very proud of some of their players such as Suarez, Huntelaar, and some of their older legends such as Seedorf, etc. You can come and sit. They are not fussy about you being able to be interactive at this stadium. You can come and sit and do your fake press conferences, sit and pretend to be the manager or the players before making your way into the museum where all of their trophies are. Ajax are such a famous club and they have won so many trophies. Cup winners' cups, Champions Leagues, European Cups. I will put all of the trophies that they've won on screen so you can see the scale of this massive club. The most successful team in the Netherlands and one of the most successful and well-known teams on this planet. They have won the Club World Cups, which is what these are. This is what it used to look like before its current format, the Intercontinental Cup sandwiched in between some of their European Cup triumphs. As we make our way around this corner, you can see more of their Champions League / European Cups that they've won, as well as the UEFA Cup, or as it's now known, Europa League and UEFA Super Cup. Eredivisie titles. Like I mentioned, they are the most successful team in the Netherlands. They have won the Dutch League 34 times. So absolute dominance here in Holland, in the Netherlands. They won it most recently last season, but before that it wasn't until 2014 that they won their most recent one. So they really needed that title last season. More here from Cruyff, what a legend. And more trinkets in this museum. You can pull out these shirts and there he is, Luis Suarez, what a player. And some of their older shirts that they wore in the earlier times of the club. And eventually you come through the museum and make your way into the fan shop, but before that they have all these legendary players' names on the wall. Stephen PNR, Maxwell, Johnny Heitinga, Mido, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Some absolute legends on this wall. And here we are into the club shop where the tour kind of comes to an end. A nice way to end the tour. You can buy anything you want with Ajax on in here, you name it. They've got it in here with an Ajax badge on. But yeah, some of the kits I think are really nice. Ajax have always got really good home kits. But even these away kits I actually quite like this year. Really cool club shop. They've got some great stuff in here that you can buy. Footballs, jewellery, training kits, hats, you name it. A brilliant tour. I would recommend it to anyone. So that is probably one of the best stadium tours I have ever done. The stadium tour that we did on the day was self-guided. I think they do guided tours, but for some reason the day that we went it was a self-guided tour, which I've said this in the past in a few of my other stadium tour videos, that is my preferred way of doing it. You can really spend your own time going around at your own pace and just take it in a lot more. If you want to spend a little bit more time on the pitch and less time in the changing rooms, you can do that. Whereas when you're on a guided tour, obviously you have to just spend as much time going around with the tour guide. Ajax will take a couple of pictures of you throughout with your mates or with your family or just on your own if you go on your own, usually with the green screen behind you. This is then so they can sell you the pictures at the end, whether your backdrop is the stadium or whether you're with a load of players. But yeah, as per usual with the stadium tours, they will just take a few pictures of you. It will cost you a little bit more at the end, but yeah, it's just a little extra that you can have to remind you of the day when you're there. Although it is a self-guided tour, there are signs throughout that make it really easy for you to know where you're going. At every point as well, there are people working at the tour. So in the changing rooms, on the pitch side, there are always people working there, basically just pointing you in the right direction if you get lost. But also they are incredibly friendly. And they will help you out with anything that you want. They know so much about Ajax and they are so happy for you to take pictures and videos if you'd like. Unlike some tours I've done. Porto. With the recent events, this may be the last stadium tour I'm able to do for the next couple of weeks, maybe months, I'm not too sure just yet. However, I did film this video over a month ago. Yeah, uploading it now, but it was filmed back when Ajax were due to play in the Europa League against Getafe. You will see that in the tour, there's a lot of Europa League graphics around, and that's because that's when they were playing Getafe in the Europa League. Like I said, this is my 8th stadium tour now, and there's a whole playlist of the ones that I have done from Europe, Australia and Asia, so you can go back and watch them all one by one. If you click on the first one in the playlist, that will allow you just to watch them all through. Again, if you have enjoyed this video, please like it, please leave a comment below. I try to get back to as many comments as I can and I read absolutely all of them. Subscribe if you aren't already. Like I mentioned earlier, I do have loads of videos that you can go back and watch from different stadiums and games from around the world. And I've still got some video ideas coming up, so make sure you don't miss out on those by subscribing and hitting the notifications bell. To see what I'm doing more regularly and to see what I'm doing in a more up-to-date manner, you can follow me on my Instagram, footy.adventures. The link is in the description below, so make sure you go and follow me on there, and you can see where I am in the world and what I'm doing on my stories and through my posts. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. That was a great stadium tour at Ajax. Thanks, Rick, for the scarf and for showing me your amazing club. I hope to come back one day and watch a game. Until then, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.